Hi members, hope you're well. Right, talk through for you here of Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. Of course, did a playthrough of this the other day. Amazing suggestion by Laura. Thank you, Laura. Shout out to you. And it's just so much fun. Mick Fleetwood, I think I said on that video, is one of my favourite drummers. He's just so immediately identifiable, and what an incredible feel, and all these parts, and even the little drum fills that happen in a song like this. I just think they're so iconic. They're so memorable. Having said that, you know, Mick Fleetwood is one of those drummers who never really learned his own parts, in the sense that, like, when he plays his song, he plays everything a bit differently. So we're following a chart here. I'm following a chart here, but we're not losing any sleep over that. If you make some changes here and there, that's cool. He definitely would. Let's face it, he's not following a chart. But I think there are some advantages to learning the part that a drummer played on a song. Namely, you really get their vibe and their way of phrasing things into your system, which is really, really cool. And in the name of, like, doing the thing which is one of the things drummers ask me about the most, honestly, which is how do I get more creative? How do I get out of the rut of playing the same 10 to 15 drum fills over and over and over, which is most often how that question is phrased? Well, the answer is, one of the best answers is, you expose your musical brain to different ideas, to new ideas, to basically someone else's playing in this case. And by doing that, you expand your own horizons. When it's your turn to be creative, you can then use that information, you assimilate that information, and you can use it in your own creative ways. So there's a lot of value to this outside of just recreating what somebody played. Sure, if you're in a band and you play a cover of this song, like a function band or whatever, it's totally fine to make some changes here. That's completely cool. Having said that, if you're in a Fleetwood Mac tribute band, it might be an idea to play the song exactly how people are used to hearing it, right? Like some of these drum fills, and certainly the main groove and stuff on the tom-toms, if you play it like it is on the record, which is the version of the song that your audience no doubt will have heard the most, then it's going to work, isn't it? They're going to connect with that, even if they're not drummers and they're not specifically like following everything that you're doing. Your audience is going to say that thing. Audiences say, "Oh, it felt just right," or people often say things like, "Oh, people often get the wrong way around." I think they say, "Oh, your style really suited that song." It's like, no, I'm just playing the part. Like, I've just learnt the part. So that's really cool. I think if you're doing a cover of the song and the aim is for it to feel just right, well, a great place to start is to learn the part. But way beyond that, like I said, just for expanding our own sort of creative stuff and our ability to be creative ourselves by studying the classics, of course, it's a brilliant thing to do. So the structure of this song is quite simple. It's a straightforward sort of rock tune. It goes intro, verse, chorus, then like a middle section, then a double chorus, and then the guitar solo, and then like outro choruses at the end. So sort of classic rock song kind of vibe, I would say. I'm, as I say, fairly loosely following a chart here from Online Drummer. There's lots of other charts around for this one. That's the one I'm using, and I'll link to that if you want to follow on. It starts with 2 bars of electric guitar. This is one of those beginning of songs that some people get a bit confused about, like what beat does it come in on? So you've got 2 bars of electric guitar, and then the acoustic bar comes in. For a further 3 bars, we play our drum fill. Now, the drum fill is really simple and actually starts on beat 1. I think the way, in particular, the acoustic guitar comes in on the original can, for some listeners, catch their ear in an unusual way. I've definitely experienced that. You know, when you sort of, a song comes on the radio and maybe you don't catch the very beginning of it and you sort of hear it in the wrong place. I think it is possible to do that with that. The one thing to watch out for is on the acoustic guitar, when it goes da, ja, 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 the first ja, I don't know if that's an upstroke or a downstroke, there's actually on the and of beat 4. So watch out for that. I mean, on the backing track that I used, which I'll link to, I actually think it's more clear that it is on the Fleetwood Mac version, mainly because you've got a click at the start, right? So you know exactly where the beat is at the beginning. It goes duck, 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 bum, 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 bum. So as long as you just keep counting there, you'll be fine. So you've got click, 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 bar of electric guitar, da, 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 da. Second bar acoustic, third bar of acoustic, and then... Okay, so just to be super clear, the first snare drum flam is on the 1. So all you've got to do really is count 5 bars from the counting, and you're in business here. 1, 2, 3, 4, electric. Bum, 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 bum. Acoustic. Da, 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 da. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. 2, 3, 4.